What's up, fellow future millionaires? Welcome to Module 4, coming up with your 7-figure business idea. To help with teaching and retention, we have broken this down into 8 different concepts, 8 different ways that you can come up with your business idea. But keep in mind, while we've broken this down into 8 different sections, categories, or ways, the truth is you will most likely use a combination of several of these. Remember, this is your business adventure, not mine, not anyone else's, it's yours. And this ain't your typical school where we are gonna give you the textbook step-by-step, this is exactly how you have to do your homework assignment. Our first module is focused on developing your millionaire mind, and our last module was all about thinking through you and your personal situation. This and future modules will focus more on the tactics of starting and growing your business. Taking the two and making them your own will lead to empowerment. And before you know it, you will become a lean, mean, 7-figure money-making machine, seeing and knowing how to execute on opportunity everywhere. Now, before we go over the 8 ways to help you come up with your 7-figure business idea, we've got a little secret that it's about time we let you in on. You ready for it? Okay, here it goes. Nobody actually cares about you or your business idea. Just kidding. Your mom cares. Maybe. A little bit. Now, before you get your panties all up in a bunch and have a little tizzy, let me share a quick story with you that led to an experience I had yesterday that might help you understand what I'm trying to say here. A couple of months ago, Tara and I had to go pick up a modem from our internet provider. The parking lot was a little busy, so I dropped off Tara so she could get things started while I went to find a place to park. When I walked in, it didn't take long to pick up on the fact that Tara and our internet provider friend were having a discussion about Teslas, Tesla Ys, in fact. We had purchased one a few weeks prior, and he noticed that's what I dropped Tara off in, and he just purchased one that very same week. And then he paused, and you could tell he was thinking for a second, and he looks at us and he said, "Do you ever notice that when you try to get over with your Tesla, people don't let you in?" This comment caught both of us off guard. It was something that he felt like happened all the time on a regular basis and was something that we never noticed at all. How is this possible? I thought to myself. Then, as you know from our last module, Tara and I have been on this mission to get a vehicle or a way of loading and storing and being more efficient with the usage of our e-foils. And I am happy to report that just 3 days ago, we landed ourselves a sweet $2,500, very old, very beat up pickup truck, which has worked amazingly. Now, the idea is to literally keep the e-foils in this truck, not take them apart, keep it in the garage, and then drive it 1 mile to the beach and 1 mile home and be done. Like, that is its only use, its only purpose. The truth is it probably wouldn't get that much further. But yesterday we were running a little late from e-foiling and we needed to take Kaysen to an appointment. So we get to the house, I drop Tara off, Kaysen gets in, and off we go to his appointment. And the strangest thing happened. A couple of times as I was trying to change lanes or get over, I didn't feel like people were letting me get in. And I instantly felt like it's because of the truck. These people are judging me and think less of me because of the truck I'm driving. Shame on them. So I dropped off Kaysen and was going to get gas and was about to leave the parking lot and came to, a little parking lot intersection where it's like, okay, who's going to go first? And this woman just gave me this glare in disgust. Once again, I couldn't believe that she was judging me in this truck. What a stuck-up snob, I thought to myself. And then it hit me. I was the one not letting me get in. I was the one giving the glare. I was the one judging them and myself. The truth is, nobody else probably even cared or noticed a thing. Knowing that nobody cares about your business idea shouldn't make you feel bad. It should be the most liberating, freeing thing in the world. Here's the truth of the matter. Business ideas are a dime a dozen. In fact, you probably have at least 10, if not many, many more that you could start implementing today and within 3 to 5 years have a 7-figure annual business. Not to mention the 6-figure income that you could be easily making just 1 year from now. But the problem is we care so much. We are so afraid of what other people might think of us, or afraid that we might lose money, or afraid of the unknown, that we overanalyze, we overthink, we get paralysis. It's all the ego. It's all limbic brain. Will people judge me? Will they think my idea is bad? Will they not like my business? Will they contribute to my business? Will they participate? Will they support? Will they not support? Will they think I think I'm better than them? Will they think I'm not good enough? The ego will kill 99.999% of businesses before they even begin. So now I'm going to tell you again, and pay attention to how you feel differently this time than you did the first time. Nobody cares about your business. See how freeing that is? It's awesome. That alone is evidence that you can retrain your brain. Now, if I'm being honest, it was pretty difficult to start this module out by telling you nobody cares about your business, because the natural inclination of what I want to say is, you got this, it's going to be amazing. Everyone's going to be super interested and super supportive, and they're going to want to know about your business, and they're going to be there. And like I said, there might be a few people that right at the beginning, the honeymoon period, like your mom or someone else that you're really close with, might be like, that's amazing, you're the best. Ultimately, the only way that people are going to actually care about your business is when your business is actually doing something to help them. And that cannot happen until you implement. Until you take action, the right kind of action. So with that context, we are going to go over these 8 ways that you can come up with your business idea, keeping in mind all that really matters is that you execute on one. So while it is important and worth taking a few minutes to think through and contemplate the business that you do want to start, I am here to tell you that the amount of people that never start because they're waiting for that perfect idea in the perfect way is significantly higher than those who perhaps start too fast. And may I know, you will have a better understanding of the right actions to take and how to mitigate risk. And the only thing you will have to lose is the millions of dollars that you are not taking by not taking effective, immediate action. Okay, I think you're ready. Let's go over the 8 ways. The first and most simple, get it done to the point way to come up with your 7-figure business idea is just go with your gut. When you think about starting and growing your 7-figure business, your money machine, what comes to your mind? Just pause this video or the recording for a second and just write it down. Write any ideas you have. Because the truth is it's probably a great idea, or at least has the makings of a great idea or business that could be modified and adapted over time as you take action. The next potential way for you to come up with your 7-figure business idea is by going through an exercise called Strengths and Interests. Very creative title, I know. In this exercise, what you'll want to do is take a piece of paper. It can be digital or it could be an actual piece of paper. Draw a line down the middle, and then on one side of the paper, you're going to write all your strengths, all the skills that you have, anything that you're good at. Think about skills you used in any job that you had, sports that you played, or activities that you were involved in. Maybe skills that your parents had that they may have taught you. This could include activities that you did as a family. Really think about this. Maybe you're a great communicator. Maybe you learned another language. Maybe you're good at telling or writing stories. Maybe you're really good at editing videos. Maybe you're good at photography. Do you have pets or animals that you take care of now or growing up? Did you have to fix things? Do you work, or did you used to work a lot in your yard or grow a garden? Are you currently in, or have you ever been in any kind of sales or marketing position? And then on the other side, you're going to write all of your passions or interests. Do you like to cook or shop or swim or run or go to the gym? Or are you passionate about a certain way of eating? Are you vegetarian? Or perhaps you love meat. This one might go on the experience column, but are you married? Are you single? Are you dating? Do you have kids? Do you not have kids? Sometimes thinking of the things that you don't like will help you think of the things that you do like. For example, do you love to travel or do you like to stay home? Do you like nature and camping and outdoor activities, or do you prefer the big city? Do you like any water activities? Do you like land activities? Are there any causes that interest you? You could literally do a Google search and say, what are different things that people are interested in? And then ask yourself, am I interested in any of those? And if you're not, it might help you realize that you're interested or have experience in the opposite of those things. Once you've created your list, and keep in mind, this is something that you can continue to go back to from time to time and continue to add to and build upon. But once you've finished this list, you want to go through each side and see if there are any things that line up. Are there any things that are the same, or things that you wrote on both sides? Like, is there something that you're passionate about and interested in and you have experience in? Even if you didn't write it on both sides, but you see something that you wrote down that you're passionate about, there's a good chance that you might have experience with that. While starting and growing a business, doing something that you're passionate about and have experience in is not 100% necessary. Doing so will greatly help in your chances and level of success over the long term. Remember, while the goal is to push yourself and get out of your comfort zone, that's something that will come naturally. Your goal isn't necessarily to make things harder on purpose. And if you go with a business idea or model of something that you already have experience in and or are really passionate about, right out of the gate, you'll be eliminating a ton of drag and adding a lot of propulsion. Remember, once again, go with your gut. If there's something that is just calling to you and your passion level and desire to do that thing is through the roof, but maybe there's something else that you have a little more experience in, but you have no desire to do, then I would say, as a general rule, go with passion. Having that been said, as we discussed in our previous module, if you're currently in survival mode and just trying to figure out how to put food on the table and pay the bills, I would probably put a lot more weight and emphasis on the thing that you have the most experience in. Number 3, and this is where they kind of start to bleed together, is study and master a skill or topic. So for example, if you already went through or thought through the previous exercise, you might choose a skill or topic that you already have experience with or are interested in or passionate about, and find ways that you can learn more about that and take it to the next level. So for example, if you have any skills in marketing, sales, or programming, or just a desire to learn one of those skills, you could take a month or two to learn and develop or better develop one of those skills, then figure out a way that you can get paid money for one of those skills, whether it is taking a job, now hear me out here, or doing freelance work. The key here is not to get a job for a job's sake, but to figure out how you can, as quickly as possible, get paid to continue to develop this skill. So if you have a skill, or once you have developed a skill, as mentioned, you could start out by having people pay you hourly for this skill. And then from there, you can go one of many routes. And we'll get into this more later when we talk about leverage, but you could essentially go the agency route where you continue to take on clients, but you have other people helping you fulfill the work for those clients. Once you get good enough, you could also go the route of teaching people this skill and charging them money for a course, perhaps, or a program. Or you can now take this skill and essentially leverage it into any business that you want. Let's say, for example, you get really good at running and converting Facebook ads or YouTube ads. You could now use that skill to start a home service business. Or maybe you start a business that caters to plumbers, and all you do is you sell leads to plumbers throughout the country. Or maybe you love animals or a certain sport or fitness or cooking, and you thought of a physical product that you'd like to create. Having that marketing or sales skill will help you know that you can sell any product you want. Or let's say your skill is something along the lines of you're really good at fixing things. For example, our son Brogan, he has learned how to fix iPhones. So for him, the hard part is not the fixing, but it's just getting the customers that want him to fix their phone. Once he's able to crack the code on the marketing component of it, he can literally make 5 times the amount he's making at his job currently. From there, to leverage and scale, he can hire drivers or technicians, pay them a working wage, perhaps eventually open some retail locations and even franchise. My friends Stacy and Paul Martino, who Tara and I will be interviewing shortly on our podcast, have an incredibly successful business helping people with their marriages. The interesting thing is they're not even actual therapists. Stacy took her experience and passion for self-development combined with her personal experience of struggles that she had in her marriage, which she then turned around into a thriving marriage, and teaches those principles to others who want to improve their marriage. Speaking of self-improvement, just this morning I was reading an email from Stacy where she shared her story. She called it her fight with Tony Robbins, which was a great marketing angle, by the way. Totally got my attention. And how she's literally listened to and gone to thousands of hours of events, content from Tony Robbins. And it just got me thinking about the empire that Tony Robbins and so many other people have created just from helping people improve their lives from self-development. You have people like James Clear, who started writing a blog many years ago about habit, which led to his book, a New York Times bestseller, and a wildly successful business, all based on him becoming an expert on one single topic.